Hey teachers, a bunch of people have asked how they can do breakout rooms in Google Meet just as easily as you can in Zoom. Breakout rooms is one of those features that's going to be rolled out very soon in Google Meet, just like a lot of these other updates that we've gotten recently. But until that feature is actually inside Google Meet for us to use readily, there is a really simple way, just a couple of steps that you can set up these breakout rooms anyway. The first step is to invite your entire class to the Google Meet that's part of your Google Classroom, just like you would on any synchronous learning day. In advance of that Google Meet, you will sit down and figure out how many groups you're going to need and open up Google Meet yourself, click the Join or Start a Meeting button, and create a nickname for the breakout group. It could be something like Breakout Group 1 or Blue Group or something like that. When you click Continue from that previous window, you don't even have to enter the Meet. You don't have to click Join Now. All you have to do is copy the URL that has been generated for this Meet. You'll repeat that process for as many groups as you wanted to have for separate discussions or collaboration. A good idea would be to copy and paste each of those breakout room URLs onto a Google Doc or something where you can have access to them later. So when you're ready for these breakout groups in that main Google Meet that you established for the entire class, you can maybe post a slide just like this one. It gives the entire class the instructions and also tells them which group they belong to. This is actually a template that I have created and shared in my Teacher Freebies Wakelet. That link is in my link tree, which you can find in my bio. Next, since you created those breakout Google Meet links and copied and pasted the URLs on a Google Doc or someplace where you can have access to them, you can either go back to that slide that I just shared with you and maybe click the first sticky note and make it a hyperlink to group 1. And the second sticky note, same thing, so that the kids could actually click on the sticky note that you've presented while you're screen sharing. If you don't want to do that, and perhaps an easier way would be to copy each of those Google Meet URLs and post them in the chat like I've done here. The kids can click on that link and land in a brand new Meet with this smaller group. As the teacher, you'll have to be a member of not only the main Google Meet for your whole class, but also each of these breakout sessions. So a couple things you can do to eliminate feedback would be to open up each of these Google Meets in separate tabs. And each time you do that, turn off your mic and your camera. That will help to eliminate some feedback. Of course, leave the mic and camera on in the group that you plan on visiting first. You can also right-click any given tab. This goes for not just this breakout group thing. Anytime you have multiple tabs open and there might be sound involved on any of those sites, right-click a tab and you can choose Mute Site. And that way you won't hear all of the chatter from each of the groups as they're doing their collaborative discussions. That's it, an easy workaround until the new breakout room feature is officially part of Google Meet. I hope this was helpful. For other tips and tricks like this one, you know where to find me.